Hi everyone, it's November 6th, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. Let's start with Europe again this week, where Andrea Guolo says that prices are stable, but that's because there's no demand. He notes that some changes are expected in a week or so, and that also Chinese customers have been absent from the market lately. In the UK and Ireland, prices were a little softer, although here, Chinese buyers are still active, and they're absorbing more material than the Italian market has been. The British 36 plus ox is at 83 to 88 cents per kilo in sterling, and in Ireland, the price is still at €1 per kilo, but it can also be 5 cents less. And after dropping last week, European bull prices were stable, but they are definitely not firm. Northern German bulls are still at 110 to 115 cents, €1.10 to €1.15 per kilo for the 40 plus kilo selections. And Southern German selections were also stable this week. European cows are still pressed by poor demand, and they had few contracts close, and that's mainly because orders are still so uncertain. When it comes to the veal sector, there's little to say except that the price levels remain high and will do so in the future. In his analysis, Andrea looks at the stationary market in Europe as well as the recent spate of more tannery acquisitions in Europe. Turning to the US, prices were yet again steady this week, and a slight improvement could be found here or there, but it's likely that prices will continue to waffle within $1 or $2 over the next couple of weeks. Looking at heavy Texas steers, trading was again thin and prices were unchanged at a high of $29 for 64-66 pound selection and lows at $26. Cow sellers say their market remains stable, and in a few cases a selection added $1. Though just as with steers, no one's expecting a bullish turn, that's for sure. Combined export sales for the week ending October 29th were disappointingly lower at 517,900. Combined shipments were a good deal higher at 973,800, but there was likely an artifact in there related to last week's large figure for sales reporting to Mexico. Estimated slaughter for the week was 667,000, and that's down just 1,000 head from last week. From South America, editor Ronald Guiel reports that raw material prices continue to slide lower. In fact, fresh hides slipped 6 more cents to $1.26 per kilo. The reference price of TR1 was stable this week at 66 cents in dollars per square foot. Argentina's raw material also saw some declines this week. In other news from Brazil, after 8 months in a row of higher levels than 2021, the volume of the country's footwear exports fell for the second month in a row. Data from the Brazilian Association of Footwear Industries shows that in October, the exports were 11.23 million pairs, which generated $114 million. Now that's a drop of almost 13% in volume, but it's an increase of over 21% in revenue compared to the same month last year. Component exports in the country hit $332 million, which is 22% more than last year. From elsewhere in Latin America, Argentina's government has delayed some new rules on meat processing, which have been causing some uproar. Colombian footwear exports rose 46.4 cents in 2022, and manufacturing business confidence in Mexico has failed to rebound. And finally, Uruguay's fashion exports have plummeted by 43%. That is all we have for tonight, and until next week, good night from HideNet.